We are taking Alpha. We are taking Alpha.
Alright, so I can hear the stream. I think that the problem is that I keep yeah, so the problem was that it wasn't recording at all because I kept having to alt tab out in order to get the other game set up. So this is live. We have PR versus Cells Fart Brigade. Looking in the community polls for this map, right? The community polls are saying that the Cells team is favored to win. Cells team is the south right now, and PR is the north. Which is a little bit disappointing because PR has the biggest community in RS2, and you need to get those guys to vote for your team, man. Come on. Come on now. But we'll see what's going on. For those of you new to Skirmish, Skirmish is a very quick RS2 game mode that is similar to Rainbow Six Vegas or Rainbow Six Siege or Counter-Strike. It's basically 12v12. There's 3 objectives. And the way that it works is that if you capture an objective, you get another respawn wave. So there's no tickets. You actually get more guys by respawn waves. And right now, PR is up in red, 2 waves to 1 wave. But the South is going to equalize it here if they get this Bravo cap. Oh man, we got... Ooh. Oh man, we got PR right here, right above 2 enemies. 2 enemies! Right above him. Doesn't even know it. Ooh, shot through the floor!
Reinforcements.
So... PR is now down to no waves. The way that it works, ladies and gentlemen, the in-house rule is that the team with the least amount of objectives has to actively move towards ending the game. So we'll see if the Fart Brigade is going to be overconfident here and try to push and take that final Charlie cap, or if they're going to play it safe. Oh, PR is equalizing it up. It is a 4v8. 4v9. PR is down a member. 2v9. Let's see if we can find them. They're probably in the underground portion of this final cap right here. Oh, it's pretty open. So if the Fart Brigade caps this last point, they will win, but it looks like that the last enemy was killed.
We'll have to try again.
Alright, so we have had some issues here, so what we need to do, for whatever reason, the spectator, there's no bugs in this game. This game's been out for a long time. It's nice and flushed out. It's nice and even. Now, one interesting strategy, sorry, getting wrapped up into the gameplay here. The spectator mode is bugged, so I have to reconnect after every round. So that's a little bit annoying. Second of all, it's very, very interesting to see both of these teams capping their home base so fast. So the way in Skirmish, instead of having tickets, the respawn waves are on a countdown, right? Like every 45 seconds. And typically, you want to not cap your home base until your waves are up. So that way you're using your lives a little bit more effectively, because your home base is the hardest one for the enemies to capture. Ah, got him. Oh, what a shot. Little jungle map here. Whew. Let's find this M60 gunner. This M60 gunner is laying down the law. We got the Charlie Point, which is a little village underground combat. We got Alpha Point, which is a little... We're going to go over there real quick while these guys are moving up, maybe get some action.
The enemy has no reinforcements.
Alpha's a little, look like a little, mortar pit. And then Bravo is that little river, or the little village above the little creek bed there. See if we can find some action. Alright. So we got some buddy rushes going on.
Capture an objective now.
Going for a good sight line here. Does he see him? Is that another South soldier over here? He does. So South in pretty good control of containing PR into their spawn on this one. It's pretty interesting. Right now we got a 4v9. Let's see where most of the action is going to be coming from. 2v8. 1v8.
Pushing them back.
They are capping the final objective here. Ooh, he just went flying in the air. I don't know if you guys caught that on stream, but he literally just got launched into oblivion. Let me check in on the other server real quick. Not like swap over to the other server, but check up and make sure that they're okay. The DTF versus hardcore match, I believe, is about to begin. Let's see if we get some nice, good, beautiful rush here on Bravo. Really strong attack there on that top side of B, if that's what we want to call it. The top side, the north side. Some smoke grenade action going on. Haven't really seen that so far. Not a lot of people using smoke grenades. Excellent kills. Alright, so I do believe that we have all of the matches are going. Sorry guys, it's really difficult to coordinate 3 matches at once. Ideally I didn't want to do that, or General Sir Anthony would be up here talking. He's got some real life stuff going on. So it looks like the Cell's Fart Brigade is in pretty good control of this Bravo point, and just being in control of 2 objectives is honestly pretty key here. Looking at the kills, they're not too far. They're not too skewed, but definitely see that the PR teams are struggling a little bit here to get some of these kills.
The enemy has no reinforcements.
Excellent work here. We got a pretty good offensive, which is interesting to see. So they own. Oh.
Wait a second.
Oh. Neon just going ham right here.
Capture an objective now.
See now, this seems to be the same story. Okay, let's see, where did he go? Vigilant. Come on. Got him. 3v10.
There's another one.
Oof. Walked right up on him. Not really quite sure what the point was of that. I don't know if that was like lag or what. Let's check in the underground. Looks like they're capping Charlie. Again, PR seems to be in pretty much control of the rounds here on Jungle Camp as a South team. Now, I will say that some of these maps are a little bit skewed in terms of which side is better. Sometimes the South's better for the map, sometimes the North's better than the map. That's just kind of like the RNG of it. So they will play both rounds,
soon,
but
or we lose.
It really just kind of looks like, looking at this scoreboard, maybe they're just losing the fights. I don't know if it's because the jungle map, maybe they're having a hard time, you know, spotting, or
Capture an objective now.
maybe they're running around being too quick. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Oh!
The enemy has no reinforcements.
Feed in 40. What's the lore behind the Fart Brigade? That's a good question. I'm not really quite sure. I know that primarily it's called Cell's Fart Brigade, and there is a player called Cell. I guess this group of guys, they frequented LMC, but for whatever reason they do not identify as LMC. They're just a group of friends that, you know, play there. And Cell is, I guess, their de facto mascot or their leader. Because, I mean, it's kind of weird because you made a team called Cell's Fart Brigade and, like, Cell's not even on the official roster. So, it's a little bit weird. I'm going to do the team swap here. Let's see if they actually vote for it. Let's see what they do. So that was a clean sweep for Cell's Fart Brigade on Jungle Camp. So we will see what happens here. Let's see if they vote for Jungle Camp again without me. Does not look like it. There we go. They're figuring it out. I was just seeing if I needed to micromanage it. Looks like that the team captains, team leaders, thank you, shout out to the PR team captain and the Cell's Fart Brigade team captain there, organizing their team and, you know, getting the right call-ins in. So we'll probably spectate this a little bit more, kind of see what's on the horizon here. PR is on the, you know, the short end. They are playing down a member, and I mean that sucks. That sucks when goddamn rebels. So gonna change the map again here. Let them reload in, so we can get some a little bit of eye in the sky perspective here. Alright, so we're swapping sides. PR is now in the north. So they'll be coming from the left side of the map. And then, Cells Fart Brigade is on the north. They'll be coming from the left side of the map. And PR will be starting somewhere over here. Let's see if we can get an epic spawn in for the PR team. Should be somewhere over here. I think the Cells Fart Brigade, oh there they are. Cells Fart Brigade is getting underneath the PR's
Short on rounds.
skin a little bit. Like I said, there's things that you can control, and it's really interesting to see them cap these home points this quick. I think this is a little bit of their skirmish and experience talking for both sides, but I mean, if this is how they're trying to play the game, like that's how they're trying to play the game. I would solely encourage, you know, like you really want to hold off capping. The most important point is the middle one, right? What you would consider the middle one, which is this Bravo point, because it's the furthest away from both spawns. So. Let's see what we got here. Oh. Got him. Good, good. Fields of fire here. What do we got right here? Sneaky spot with an RPD. Pretty good line of sight here. Just shoot through those shacks with that 7.62. Get some pen kills. Got a pretty big offensive going down over here. Communication looks like it's pretty solid on the Cells Fart Brigade portion. They are doing some pretty organized pushes here, not going in one at a time. They're deliberately calling out the threats, and you can see them maneuvering on the map to engage those threats, which is honestly really, really awesome to see. Trying to cut off the reinforcement route to B. Yikes. Gun down in the river, son. Did they trade? Interesting to see that counteroffensive for. Ooh. Excellent engagement right there. PR viciously defending their home cap here. I mean, there was like one guy over here, and literally 3/4 of their team came over here to engage him. You see him hiding in the trees over there? Let's see if he can. Oh, there's a couple of them. I don't think PR Ooh. I don't think PR knows that they're still in the vicinity. Dang.
Capture an objective now.
Fighting over A here is hard. Let's see if we get a different angle. One RPG would be great in there, yeah?
The enemy has been reinforced.
Dang, they got it! It's going to be so important for PR right now to take back this home point. If they do not take... Oh my gosh, it's 3... They got 3 guys left.
The enemy has no reinforcements.
I don't know where the last PR guy is. That fight over Alpha right here, absolutely savage. Absolutely a savage fight. Critical for PR to win that one right there. And they just didn't secure the outskirts. There was like 3 or 4 more of the Fart Brigaders hiding in the trees, and as soon as PR thought the area was secure, they moved out and left the objective, and they came back in, getting them caught between their front and that active flank. Excellent play by Cells Fart Brigade. Some accusations being thrown out. Some cheating accusations being thrown out. PR side, it's a little bit sad to see. You know, I think that it's very frustrating. It's very, 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 very frustrating getting into what you would consider the competitive scene of RS2, right? You think that you're the king on your server or your community, and you come across some extremely talented players from, you know, another server or community, and it's not, it shouldn't be about, you know, who's better or this is the right way, that is the right way, you know, type of thing. He said, she said, thing. You know, you should really just focus on what you can do best to perform and put your team in a position to win instead of just throwing out the accusations right there. Definitely a lot of frustration. The fart spam in the text chat is, I think, getting under the PR's skin, because you know that they're a very professional team, and I don't think that they meant it, but gotta keep focused, guys. Gotta keep focused, especially against an opponent where they're smoking you right now. So let's get this RPD action going on right here. Just kind of shooting into the trees, not really seeing what he's engaging. Like the problem with PR is that they're staying too grouped up, right? They're overcommitting guys to huge fronts. So what it's enabling the Fart Brigade to do is that once they kill those guys, those 4 or 5 guys that are grouped up, they're able to cover a lot of empty space and just completely, they're basically pushing them into their spawn right now, gentlemen. So
keep attacking.
Oh, Keys with the kills. Does he need a bandage? Let's see what Vigilance looking at. It's up to these 5 PR guys to cap this alpha point. If they do not get this, they're in very bad spot. There you go. Full reinforcement wave right there. Excellent work, boys. Excellent work. Keep working together. Keep doing that, and you'll be fine. I don't think that they can hear them. This guy's clearly got an M1 carbine, and he's killing his teammates. So I'm not sure if that's just lack of communication in chat right there, or lack of game awareness.
Capture an objective now.
Oh, he's coming back. He's looking right at him. Oh. Dang. Oh! Oh! He whiffed! Hartman with a huge kill right there. Dead to rights. Coming out on top. Alright, Cells Fart Brigade is maneuvering. Constantly moving. Here's the shotgun. He's coming in for the kills. Ooh. Damn.
Fall back. We've lost this time.
Whew. Come on, PR. Lots of growing pains for a new competitive team. And Cells Fart Brigade, they're no pushovers. They've been a tight-knit group of friends. You know, maybe not an official clan or anything like that, but just constantly playing with each other. It takes a lot of time to build up non-verbal communication or people that you just work really, really well with. You know, the trust, the understanding of somebody's plays. I know Skirmish is new for both of these teams, but Let's check the chat. Good rounds. Alright, that's a little bit better than the end of the last one. Hartman with the grease gun. Absolutely savage. Oh no. Oh, just little shot. He hit him. He hit him in the leg. Just couldn't secure the kill. Let's see here. So I wonder if PR is going to start catching on to the Fart Brigade pushing across through this area. It looks like they are. It looks like they're actively contesting this space that they are constantly trying to attack A from. PR heavily focusing on that Bravo side of the map just kind of allows the Cells Fart Brigade to come up here, take a couple pot shots, and either charge the A point to contest it and they kind of panic, or trap them in their spawn. Just the shots, man. The shots just a little bit off, I guess. Who's deep skirmish map when? Oh, there's a lot of people talking in chat, sorry. I only got one screen and it's kind of hindering me right now, so typically I would be relying on General Sir Anthony, but we'll see what happens here. So PR's back is up against the wall. They cannot lose A. It's 6-10 right now.
I ain't got many rounds left.
4-10.
And hello, Deeds.
What's up, Anthony?
Hello. So everybody has been driven where they're supposed to be driven through to, and I am back.
Excellent, because I can't monitor the chat, monitor the Discord messages, and stream at the
No,
same
no, no, no,
time.
no, no. Yeah, so yeah, that's good. You got it up and running. Yeah, that was fucking chaotic. But
A little bit of technical difficulty on my side. I couldn't get the stream delay to work for whatever reason. It just wasn't taking it, and I couldn't.
But normally, like with any of the streams, like there's always like 20-30 seconds delay, just normally. So, but yeah.
Sonderman's the last one. What's gonna happen? Are they gonna stab him? He is absolutely surrounded right now. They're going. Oh! Didn't even see him. Sonimon all by himself on Alpha. 1 versus 7. What's he gonna do? I don't even think they know he's on A.
Nope.
Time's running out.
And hello to the Golden Peanut. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking at the stream here, or the chat here.
Retreat. We'll have to try again.
That's a clean sweep on Jungle Swamp. I forget what the other map was. That is Cells Fart Brigade is up 2-0 in the PR versus Cells Fart Brigade. Little bit of accusations going on there, little bit of frustration. I think that comes with growing pains of like kind of getting involved in this competitive scene. But
so
probably
a bit of accusations. Yeah, that's.
They did say nice custom I, but you just gotta keep your head in the game, right? Don't worry about things outside your control. Keep that positive mental mindset, because in this situation where they've lost 6 in a row, it's rough. There's no easy way around it. So it looks like they're going to Quang Tri. Did you want to swap over to one of the other games?
You just there's no reason, because if we switch over now, like so you just keep hosting away.
No, I meant like, do you want to go watch another one?
Oh yeah, that'd be.
All right.
Yeah, there's no reason to kick everybody off and then have to rejoin again.
You guys in chat, you guys want to watch DTF versus Hardcore? Do you want to watch
DTF Hardcore, I think that'd be...
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and we're actually looking at almost 980 followers, so we're close to 1,000 here.
We can do it, Anthony. We got it.
Whatever that means. Twitch keeps the Twitch thing keeps limiting my access for some reason.
Yeah, I was having troubles with it earlier, so I'm gonna message you the password, Anthony, and then you should be good. Got the stream right now. Looks like they just started round 1 on Firebase.
Oof. Which server is it you're on?
It's on our campaign server, actually, so...
Ah, okay, yeah.
The round's literally just about to start.
Ah, okay, 24 out of 24 people on.
You should be able to spectate, should be 2 spectator slots. Alright, so we have the... This is the second... This is the first round of the second match on Firebase, so... Hardcore is on the south. DTF is on the north. We got 3 objectives, standard skirmish layout here.
I think you already have 2 spectators. I think of Ram Jaeger is in there.
No, negative. Is it you? Are you having a hard time right-clicking, connecting as a spectator?
Don't get. Okay. No. Server's full. Okay.
Is it?
24 out of 24.
If you
But
did you right click it and connect as a spectator? There's different slots for spectators.
I am.
Okay, and it's still saying that it's full.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, whatever. Just keep going here.
No.
I'll monitor the chat.
Okay. Let me see if I can. It says minimum spectators 3, so I'll increase it up again. If you can't get in, I'm not really quite sure.
But again, this is one of these maps, that are, designed for this game mode, like where it plays the best.
It's honestly a really good skirmish map. This is probably one of my favorite skirmish maps right here. You have the DTF team right now. They're being passive in terms of holding C, so they're really letting Hardcore walk into their line of sights. They're not necessarily attacking this last cap too heavily.
And especially like if like that Emperor Monk's spot, the far left hand side from the VC perspective, if you go through B and you can infiltrate the exit. One of the
DTF guys tried to get that play off with an RPD, just wasn't able to hit anybody, but definitely made some heads turn.
Capture an objective now.
So DTF's up on the wave.
I really think somebody should try and get up into the tower in the middle. Oh, somebody just did.
Oh, somebody is.
Big boy pants. Big boy pants.
Instantly died. Had a shotgun up there, I think. Interesting spot to put your trench shotgun, but hey, it is what it is. Mechanite with the team kill.
The enemy has no reinforcements.
Alright, so it's 10-2. The final 2 dudes, where are they? There's one. Lindy's final stand. And John Gibson, or Gibson is the other last one. He's coming in. Ooh! Let's see if we can find the last one here. Is he hiding? Oh, nope, he's done.
Fall back. We've lost this time.
So round 1 went to DTF. Kills are pretty even. 24-23. It's just that control of that middle objective, man. You get that extra respawn wave. You definitely have a lot more control if you just get that middle one.
So the whole, I think what is in here is interesting is the change of like the change of the speed of the game. Like your aggression need to be different than it is regularly. Like
it does.
Like when you push and when you don't push, it's kind of important on this.
I think I just kicked somebody from the game. I reconnected as a player, and I forgot I had membership because it's on our official server. So, yikes!
Oh, we have somebody again up in a shotgun again in the. Oh,
It's the same guy.
It's me. You made room for a member, so it's me that's getting kicked.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I have the spectator slots up. I'm not really quite sure why you can't join.
Because you know, it's the curse of Rising Storm. It's not our night, but just keep going. It's interesting. Like it's an interesting strat. Like it'd be interesting to have to talk to them afterwards. Like what's up with the shotgun in the tower? Like is that a planned thing?
So, hardcore team only has 11 guys, Anthony. So you should be able to connect as a player and then swap over to spectator. Did you get in?
It's so fucking weird. Nope. Now they have 24, it says on my screen.
Yeah, they just had some guy join.
Don't worry about it. I'll just watch with the delay here.
Okay. So DTF is in control here with the 2 objectives. Lots of fighting going on. Right in front of A. Coming up the trench line. I think that I keep seeing a lot of people trying to use this trench line, right? And there's definitely some dead bodies in here from the hardcore side of the house, so...
It is interesting, you know, trying to do that. Like, you need to have the communication spot on when you do something like that to kind of, you know, hey, okay, it's contested over here. Do we really want to keep pushing it?
So there's no waves left. The in-house rule is that the team with the least amount of objectives needs to push. So hardcore, I don't think was at the pre-brief where I kind of brought it up again. So I'm not sure how hard they have a level 1 on their team.
Perhaps it's a disconnect from. There's somebody in chat is talking about that they need admins on the server too. So I don't know if that's something you can.
Yeah, I got it. I'm just gonna post up right here. Server 2. What's up, guys?
So especially on a map like this, knowing when to push and when not to push, it's such a crucial, and it's the patience. That's my big downfall in this game mode specifically. It's my inability to just wait it out.
So they're definitely camping. I don't think typically, like should be a little bit more aggressive with the in-house rules, but I don't think that they're gonna necessarily bitch and complain about it too much.
60 seconds remaining as well, so
yeah, then they'll go to sudden death.
Probably.
So the beautiful thing about this is that when they're sitting back like that, there's a blind spot like right up here in the front that you can run directly at the objective and go downstairs or go right in. So we'll see if DTS is slowly like constricting. They're playing pretty passive, even though they have the time, they have the bodies. They're playing smart.
Yeah. Like my big dream would be to, as well as if like with this game mode here is that the team's ability to know like when it's up and now they're kind of down on tickets here, so or on players. So
Does he see him? Oop, he secured that kill. He looked like he got tagged with that K50 or PPS. Yup, he always reloading.
but yeah, the M14 at that distance, it's a
headshot.
Yeah. It's just that being slow and methodical here. So those grenades. Yeah, we really want to say thanks for all the followers and all the people watching. 66 people watching here tonight, so that's quite impressive for a game like Rising Storm 2.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I said it earlier. I don't think I was broadcasting though. I was like literally 1/12 of the entire gaming population right now is in this frickin'
Yeah.
Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we got some famous people here.
Oh, the drop shot! They know where he's at now. No grenades.
Gonna get outflanked there. No? It's the sprint key. If you notice, like a lot of people are still sprinting. It's
They know where he's at. Just chuck a grenade on him. Hope he's moving back. There's his other teammate. And this is just the downside sometimes of playing skirmish like this, right? Neither side wants to lose. Somebody's got to do something.
Yeah, and I really understand why the rule is in effect. Yeah, the aggression rule that. But yeah, hardcore probably needs to be informed before the next match.
I need to go handle something real quick.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Hi.
Hold on. Hey guys. What's the problem going on with the match? What's the confusion?
One of our guys has left. Gandalf left, I think, because he has a teacher's job, and we're subbing in one guy. Also, we were supposed to switch sides after that last map, and we haven't switched.
What's the map?
I mean,
the first one, the Mekong River, something like.
Seacon River.
real quick.
Okay.
We're supposed to do 2 matches on the same map and rotate teams after each match, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So we did 1 game on Sekong River as north, so we should be going back to that for 1 more match
as a
and
south.
switching teams.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah.
Does that make sense? And then you guys vote for the next series of the map. So you guys should be playing Seacon River, then I think Langvei, correct? Langvei fix.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we just have to vote Langvei.
Yes, or you can come and get me because I'm trying to coordinate 3 different games at the same time, so I'm not trying to like shelf you guys or stiff arm you guys. I just need to understand what the problem is, where the confusion is, and I'm about to go talk to the other team. Did you guys have any other questions? I will reload the map. It will be live on reload. You guys go south.
What
Okay.
team do we start off as next map?
North. You always start off at north on the map start.
Copy.
Oh, so wait, did the first one count, or what's going on?
It should have.
Yeah.
And then
Why are you
first game on Sikong?
Yeah.
Not that weird warm up game on Compound. So the first game in Sikong counted. We lost that one. So
Okay.
now we're doing Sikong again, but as South, and
Yes.
then we'll go for 2 matches on Long Vey or whatever that was.
Yep. You guys got it.
yeah, I think we got.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna go talk to
Got
the
it.
other guys.
Thank-
Okay.
Hey.
Hey. There's confusion. There's confusion on what is happening. You guys play the same map twice. You guys start each map as the South. When you end the round, you vote for the same map again. Swap to the North. I'm going to reload Sekong River, where you guys will have your North round. And then when you guys are done, the second map that you play will be is Lang Vey. You guys start as the South. Are there any questions? Is there any more confusion?
That makes sense. No.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
I'm changing it. I'm changing it now.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Go north.
Outstanding.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, sorry, I can't be everywhere at once. I'm trying to do 3 games at once. This is why we didn't
That's
want to
cool.
schedule 3.
You're hurting cats.
Yep, got it. Good luck.
Doing
Have
great.
fun.
Doing great.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Drama.
Drama.
Yes.
So yeah, the VC took it here. So
DTF got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, I mean, I needed to guide the hand of the Khornes chosen and the other team. They didn't realize that, you know, they had the power to vote for the map. They voted for the wrong map. Just kind of confused on the whole ordeal. So that's kind of cleared up, which means that we will be able to watch that game because they're only on their second round as of right now.
oh, very good, very good.
Bromley says that you lost the 12th.
Rejoin.
Let's make sure.
Oh, nice phosphorus.
It says that's member settings disabled.
So again, interesting with the contesting the center point again. That's
So I was broadcasting, and I know you kind of missed it. The PR and the Cells Fart Brigade was they instantly capped their home points, which I don't think is necessarily a bad strategy, but I think it's just kind of like it's not necessary. You know, there's a lot more of the map for you to focus on than that initial rush, particularly. That is just so much more important.
yeah, and like as we talked about, like that your home point actually guarantees you a spawn. So so that's kind of like a force respawn you can keep in your pocket if you need it.
So let's see here. Most of the fighting is happening over this corridor right here. They are just absolutely savage in terms of fighting. Oh, you see this?
Whoever gets into that A basement there first.
Does he hear him? I think he does. Oh. He hears him.
Really?
Oh! Yeah! Got him!
That was quite nicely done.
That
And
grenade?
very precise grenade there, I must say.
You heard him.
And that's again the sprint.
Yeah. So this is a good one. So they're down 4-3. So it's 8-9 right now. DTF.
Yeah, so people spotted the password. Yeah, the password is new for each map, so don't worry, folks.
Spotted the password?
Yeah, when you open your...
Oh, whatever. I mean, it's full.
Yeah.
What have we got going on here? It's very quiet. DTF is down. 5 to 6.
But it is this patience and actually knowing what lanes to watch and how to watch them that often really comes into.
We got Legion.
Like,
ooh, I don't know why he tried to vault over that. That was wow, look at this. Oh,
that is spectacular. Ooh.
4v5. Dang. Sniped.
The use of AKs still amazes me,
From
and the
the-
use of full auto AKs as well.
Did you see that, Anthony? Sniped from the tower.
Yeah.
They decided to take the shotgun guy out of the tower and put the sniper up there.
That's also like, you can kind of figure out your enemy team's communication skills. If that sniper gets more than one kill from up there, that somebody's not like, how did I get shot from 80 meters away? Oh, somebody with the sandbag hat. That's,
Yeah, found them. If they get this wave, this is the last man standing right here. 1 to 3. He's got to make the move.
he's gonna stay right there. He's not moving a centimeter.
He's got to make the move. They have the 2 points. There he goes. He's got the mat. I think he's actually using the walk key. Can you hear that? I don't think this is a good idea. Oh, damn. I got him. 2 to 1.
Yeah, so that kind of brings it even Steven there almost. So they kind of both teams are winning, so that's got to build up some confidence.
For sure.
So Wapang aside. Let's see here the aggression, how far up.
So I'm going to leave the server, not use the reconnect, and reconnect as a spectator because I don't want to accidentally kick somebody again. That is interesting. It does give the server is full.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go swap it over to the Skirmish server number 2. Connect as a spectator. See what's going on here. That's weird.
And this is the glory of Rising Storm 2.
I don't understand. Let me double check the slots.
So interesting enough here in the chat, we got some well-known players here that we would like to see play. We got Gülle is here and the Golden Peanut as well. Sure, some people, and October, of course, we would like to see play.
Let's connect on this one.
And of course, Mr. Sins is here as well. So some really experienced players here. Okay. So this was PR versus, was that Fat Brigade again? Wasn't that correct, Deeds?
Yeah, this is the PR and the Fart Brigade. Sorry, there's a lot of people that are messaging me that are confused. We didn't know if we were live or not.
Not live. Lol. Yeah, so
I guess maybe the expectation was definitely not communicated that, you know, I gave the two teams their maps and I thought that they would be able to handle it accordingly, but I guess that the problem with this one is that there's a debate on when it was live or not. But I'm not in the game, so I can't really answer that question for them.
So it's like they just gotta act like adults, and if both teams agree, then do it over again, and, you know. Like, it seems kind of, you know. So, but yeah, people need to, you know, we're going to try and join as many servers and see, but the game is kind of working against us because of a lot of the features in the game are broken, like spectators and a lot of things. So even though Deeds is admin on the servers, as you can see, things are he's getting kicked and or not being able to join and that. So, and if people want to know the schedule, then it's going to be next Saturday again, the same time slots. So at Berlin time, it's going to be at 5 and at 7:30, and then at 2200 hours. So, but you can find your schedule or find the schedule on Deeds' server. So, but okay, even Steven.
Oh boy. This is also, I think, just a side effect, and I kind of feel bad about this. I literally don't have enough time, and there's not enough of me, so...
No, and it's again when people, you know, people just need to be responsible, and you know, if both teams can agree, they just replay the round. You know, it's not more difficult. It's not like so.
Yeah. I just thought it was clearly communicated that when we were selecting the maps that, you know, I was like, you guys play 2 maps, you guys play a total, it's the best out of 5 rounds, you guys both get a chance to play both sides, and then you swap to the next one.
This is again, you know, it's a new format. People aren't sure. Some people are used to being handled more, but yeah, let's see if we can get in here, and so the VC team is really pushing.
Yeah, so we got the PR side on.
Yeah. But again, the PR guys are really experienced. You know, it might not, like, on an individual level, they might not be, you know, the best shooters in the tournament. But as a team, you know, they really seem to know what they're doing. You know, you don't need to be able to, you know, take everybody one-on-one. If you're able to position yourself in such a way that the enemy has to come to you, then, you know, you're gonna have an advantage. If he has to come around the corner first.
For sure. I think that one thing that the PR team struggled with on the jungle camp one, I think it was just visibility, to be completely honest. They were really grouped up. They were working in tight groups like this, like 3 or 4 guys, and it really just ended up working against them because they thought an area was secure, and the Cells team was just able to really overwhelm and outmaneuver them, just sprinting through the trees, like not even slowing down, just running through the bushes.
So that is the disadvantage of joining up or playing like tight squads. That is, if your squad gets outflanked or something, you can lose a lot of people real quickly.
And that, because they didn't have the bodies to watch the lanes, the Cells team, you know, was able to really just outmaneuver them and overwhelm them because they couldn't contest. Right, we got some south. What's going on over here? Who's that guy? Okay, another south guy. So they got a pretty solid backline defense here. It's interesting to see this map in skirmish format. What do you think of the points? What would you change anything about it?
Okay.
They got a Epic Games player also just
So yeah, guys, what's happening is kind of that Deeds is he's streaming it here, and he's also admin. So there's a lot of things he has to do both of. So
yeah, sorry if I'm like not. I was just looking at a wall.
Yeah, and the reason why things are going kind of haywire with the again with the spectating is because we cannot switch into the player modes because that breaks the spectator mode. So yeah, we're sorry about that. That's kind of what we're working with here. We're doing all we can as best as we can. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of bitching going on in the side chats.
So that is always very like, you know, undignified when people get like super upset. It's you know, take it on the chin, and then, you know, in this format, of course, you're gonna have a second chance, because if you lose the first round here, you're gonna go down into the so-called losers or second bracket, and then you're still gonna have a chance to make it to the final. So there's no reason to be like all upset. you know, take the loss, get into the secondary bracket, and then try and work it from there.
Oh! That would have got him if it was like 2 seconds earlier. Oh, they went up there and got him anyways.
That's
That was a tough spot to be in there, up there on the roof. Last man. There's not really much you can do. They all know you're up there.
for sure.
Yeah, having to... There's definitely some bugs with the spectator. I'm going to see if I can try to get it slotted out a little bit more. I think what the problem is that... So, with the 2 skirmish servers, so like, this is... I don't know why it wasn't letting us monitor the official one, but huge push here by Cell's Fart Brigade directly into A. So they're going straight for their home cap here. Just full sprint, getting gunned down in the streets.
Sometimes you gotta change it up. Like if you do the same thing over and over again, there is no point. But if you get caught on the second hand there, you know, it's... And I'm really surprised that people actually are bringing a sniper into this kind of game mode. That really surprises me that you don't want to have people on the point instead of kind of having people hanging back. But yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, the duel! Oh, salute.
No, but there's like, so there's Epic Games players that are complaining about not being able to get the custom map. There's teams like not understanding when they're supposed to be live. And I mean, ultimately, like, I can't control when a team is ready or when they're not. So, you know, I would preferably...
We're not gonna be able to have like a 6-man admin team running each map. Just like you know, people need to be able to.
Yeah.
This is down to the team leaders too. Yeah.
I could I mean, try to do a little bit better next time for sure. I want to make sure that I hear all the feedback because it's already chaotic trying to stream 3 games, you know, in the same time slot, which was what we were trying to avoid. I think we both...
trying to avoid.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully next Saturday will be a little bit more smoother. People will have an understanding. It'll be less chaotic. And take it in stride. So we got 3 waves to 2 waves. PR is up right now. So you an M16 guy or an M14 guy?
Ooh, that kind of depends on what I'm feeling. That's a really good question. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I like basically the M14, as I understand, is just the mass, basically, but with more bullets, right? And of course the M14, you know, inspired by Gülle, you know, like the hip fire up close with the M16 is just, you know, pretty devastating. You can really do some fast work there, but of course, you know, when you see Skarke playing the M14 or October playing the M14, that's as well pretty, you know, so I think for me it comes down to like how close I am, probably. So the closer I am, the more M16, you know, kind of, yeah. So it kind of, it's basically just the feeling in the moment. What about you?
I like the M14 better. I think when it comes to it, the 30 round M16 is great, but you only really get it on a really limited amount. I think only like 1 or 2 maps if you're playing territories, and you really only get it late war. And for me, personally, again, a lot of shit talking in this game. These 2 teams are clearly not enjoying themselves, so gonna have to figure out what needs to be done about this. I can't really control their mental attitude here, but accusations of spawn killing, like, I don't know. But long story short, if I get a choice to use the 30 round M16, I typically will bring the M2 carbine. but M14 most days of the week. What is the problem here, man? Ten to 12. Anthony, I might need to swap off the streamer seat here and let you stream. I'm gonna have to handle the complaining if you're there. All right. We'll do what we can. Interesting fighting link. I'm not really used to running this angle on the map. Check it in.
Yep. Hey.
Checking in. So I think what the issue is, Anthony, and we'll rectify this next week, is that, so for the servers that I bought, the Skirmish servers, they do, the way that they limit it, so like when you go to purchase a server, you can say like, hey, I want 24 slots, right?
Okay, yeah.
What that translates to is 24 connections. So for like the games that are full,
okay.
that's why it's saying we can't connect to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, perfectly.
Now for the primary server, I'm not really quite sure why it was saying that. Oh, here we go. Oh! I thought he wasn't going to secure that kill for a second. I about damn near had a heart attack.
It's kind of that thing, isn't it? Like, you clinch it, well, you clutch it almost.
He shoots him twice in the chest, he doesn't die. Gives him time to turn around, panics. So one thing that I will say that I noticed these guys are doing, these guys are starting to hold their corners a lot more. And, ooh, there you go. He heard the grenade pulled on the other side. So DMC was excellent this morning in wall banging. They knew the layout of the house that they were in. They knew all the spots that you could camp in the corners. And they were pre-firing the hell out of a lot of those locations. So, excellent shot with the full burst on the AK.
Yeah, it is just that I'm really surprised with the full auto AK, but hey ho, if it works.
That was a long shot with full auto AK. It's like, what, 70 meters? Ooh. Rip.
Oh, fucking hell. But these fights over these like small bizarre these small shops, it's so brutal. It's basically like there is no if like it's who sees who first. It's just it's that close, isn't it? So
I think in normal Quang Tri you can get some pretty good fights in this marketplace, but this part of the map is mostly ignored, so it's really refreshing to see people fight over the work and effort, you know, put into a map. And not just bypass it. So it's a 3v2 right now.
Oh yeah.
1v2. Yeah. Somewhere over here. I heard the shots. Where are they at?
Do you know, Deeds, if the squad leaders for the VC have pickaxes, or is it just
No, you can't tunnel.
no, but do you have the pickaxe?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
You think somebody's gonna get a
you're
pickaxe
quite
kill?
you're quite famous for your pickaxe work, Deeds. So that must be.
I wasted a large portion of, you know, some years actually, like a large portion of my life just using that thing nonstop. And to be fair, I'm still pretty impressed with my stats, right? Like out of Maticking, just dropping all my weapons, doing nothing for a long time, still 5% of my total kills and have a 1.67 KD. So
What's the best map for Matic?
Long Tan, baby. It's harvesting season. It's harvesting season when it's Long Tan. So it looks like PR ended up losing this one 3-2. Solid match. Solid match.
So that was kind of surprising. It looked like PR was actually you know, pretty much on top of it, but it's still close. Yeah, I must say I've actually still haven't gotten the hi-ho achievement. I've been so close, 1 kill away, but actually haven't managed it yet. So
another thing is that, like, if you play on a server, so for our server we do have whips enabled, and I know there's the whole like sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. If you learn to play with whips, Maticking is pretty.
Yeah,
gets pretty easy.
But I'm too much of a boomer, I think, to actually. I don't think my brain can handle
all
that information. Yeah, all the information. It's just you know, truly when you watch if you watch October or Gylle or Skarke or Peanut or whoever, you know, like these guys that you can just spin around and just get stuff. I'm too. My brain can't, like, if my brain sees the whip and then has to communicate to my hands, you know, it takes forever.
It does. I would say, like, if you practice with whips, and the problem is like it's like everything. If you do too much of one thing, you become worse in other categories, right? So if you rely on whips too much, like, I can definitely see you performing worse than you know, what you would when you're used to playing with them. So
Yeah, Yukon. It's a it's a shame. Can't just not good enough.
The PR team.
Whip conspiracy, yeah, for sure.
They are literally surrendering right now. They're forfeiting.
Really?
I'm not even joking.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Who would have seen that happening? Then you really want to win if you're forfeit.
Wow, the drama right now. PR is really just extremely unhappy with everything.
Yeah. So, yeah, so the drama is happening. The Rising Storm 2 drama, it never disappoints. It really never disappoints.
So they're blaming me because I left, and they didn't know if it was live.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it's Deed's fault.
Whoa. I'll take the L, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah. You know, so you need to manage their life and
Does the other teams were spamming chat and spawn camps? No offense to you, just curious. Wow.
Spawn camp allowed. What? So yeah, so I hope all spectators kind of, at least the people been watching the stream here knows all the work you put in, and I know the work you put in behind, so this is kind of insulting, I would say, for everybody watching here that's seen how we've been jumping around like crazy trying to get this to work on our own time. I might add, you know, we're not playing right now, we are watching and doing this, so you know, it's not like it's our job, is it? So yeah, it's somewhat disrespectful, but you know.
He just called me a boy. Clearly upset.
Yeah.
I'm not going to engage in conversation anymore with the PR team. They've lost, you know, this first round. They're obviously extremely frustrated. I knew that there were going to be growing pains with it, but I wasn't expecting this kind of show from the official community from RS2. It's kind of...
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a, you know.
I'll take the responsibility and say that, yeah, I wasn't here, but I clearly spoke with both the team leaders. The rules have been in the chat for a week for them to read how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
I even briefly
and
talked
like,
to them.
what about the other servers? You can't be everywhere, can you? So
yeah,
so that's totally uncalled for and totally disrespectful, I would say, to do something like that. So,
and
yeah.
I mean, I don't need. I'm at kind of like a loss of words to say here. I definitely could have babysat them, but I told them all in the pregame warm-up, and if they weren't there, that's on them. That I was going to treat them all like adults, and if they need to be babysat, I will babysit them if they choose to continue to participate with the tournament, because the way that they're speaking in chat right now, it doesn't even look like they want to do that. There's literally 2 left.
Yeah, so that's just a forfeit. They can go have fun. Like, it's just, you know, like, and
Oof.
Yeah, we are not, you know, Mr. Twitch, man. It's this is basically, the rules have been in Deds' Discord for over a week. Like, everybody have been briefed. Like if all the other teams can actually make it work, like except for these guys. So it seems like it's not Deds' instructions that are the problems. It's probably, some people if they lose they get very mad. So
Yeah, Matt. I just don't want to stick my foot in the mouth, man. Like, this is live. We're recording it. Like, it's.
yeah.
I guess
but,
the word's just disappointing, right? Like, that's.
Yeah. But you're like, there's no reason. Like, you're like I can say that they're a bunch of fucking idiots. Like, it's not fucking your fault that they can't read simple instructions, and like they should have, as you said, they should have been at the briefing. They should have read the instructions, and they should have asked ahead of time if there's something they couldn't understand. That's how it works. That's how adults act. So I'm not afraid to say that for sure. And
I agree with the sentiment, but I also need to make sure that, like, as the organizer, I listen to their gripes and complaints.
So you can I'm just gonna say it, and you can remain composed. That's my job to say this. So see if I can get myself a game ban on a.
Moving on. Look, speaking of PR, good old server bug. What the hell is this?
What? Your server has been taken down.
I'm really interested in, like, kind of think why, like, this is not working. So
because it's Rising Storm 2. Like, the problem is if you go around expecting things to work. That's number one mistake.
What the heck was the password for this one? What in the hell? Did I have my caps locks on? You guys watching this right now? Oh my gosh. It's working! The password is literally working! It's not letting me join the server!
Yeah, I was at the, like, there is still people thinking here that that all matches would be watched by an organizer, but it's a shame that people misunderstood. It was both communicated on written. It was written in the Discord, and it was also communicated. It was communicated in clearly in the briefing. So I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, you made it.
We'll carry on. We'll hash it out. We got a couple days, so.
We're beaten this time. Fall back.
Okay, so this one, it looks like the series is tied, or not tied. This one, the North is up 2, which is
so
the
who
Khornes
are we watching
Chosen.
here?
Khornes Chosen and the Dinosaur Consortium.
Okay, so that's the Australians and Deds Troll Factory.
Well, it was the Australians, and then the Ghost left the Discord. So now it's really just a ragtag. They got some Broken Arrow guys on there, and some DTF guys is basically the team now.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus €1.
Yeah. Okay. I see some.
So this map is really interesting, though, and I say that this map is interesting because it's the only linear map in the game of Skirmish. So you can't outflank. It's gonna be brutal, straightforward
so for all
gunfights.
people that are not native English speaker, what is a linear map?
A linear map is basically, so like most of the Skirmish maps are like a square, right? And this one's more like Firebase, Georgina, or Coochie. So there's not a lot of room to flank around or go through empty space. It really forces you to punch a hole through the enemy lines.
And would you say on this map it's even more important to be first at the middle?
I would argue, yeah. I think that the first life, like, you're basically like, I mean, I'm going to use an analogy here, and I know analogies aren't always the best way to describe something, but if, ooh, that grenade was absolutely savage, got both the guys on the cap. But basically, the way that I see this map playing out is if you've ever seen the movie, The Lord of the Rings, The Twin Towers, or The Two Towers, right? That Uruk-hai at the Battle of Helm's Deep with like the giant torch that like charges and runs and blows up the wall. You're basically that guy running over the Bravo objective. Like just hopefully somebody lives, right? Hopefully somebody lives and survives. And then the rest of the team can just provide overwatch and hold the lanes and kind of keep you covered and you keep your head down for as long as possible. But even then we're seeing, you know, these grenades coming in here and easily able to take out, you know, these 3 guys, right? Oh! Almost got the triple kill. Oh, taken down. Khornes Chosen being super aggressive right now with the grenades.
Again, the full auto AK. Again, I don't know if I'm missing something, but...
Yeah, that's gonna sit. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep bringing it up, but we'll move. Yeah, we'll move past it.
Yeah. There's no reason. Like people are gonna have a second chance. There's gonna be one more game. You can still progress, so nothing's lost. So
it just makes me feel bad because I'm not trying to burn bridges. I'm not trying to burn relationships like that. I'm not trying to insult anyone. Like if something wasn't understood or if something wasn't clear, like I would much rather, like you said, have that conversation before the game instead of in the middle of it. And then also like I am not responsible. Like I am not a WWE or like UFC referee in the arena with you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Touch hands. Okay, start. You know, like if you guys both come to the agreement that you're ready, let me know. Send me a message on Discord or, you know, handle it yourself. You have the power to vote for the maps. So I don't know. So this is a crucial round for the South team here. The South team does not control the middle objective, and they need this win. It's currently 2-1. Khornes Chosen is up 2-1 right now out of the 5 rounds. So the South team needs to win this. The Dinosaur Consortium must win this. Otherwise, the round will go to Khornes Chosen. And this series will then be at 2-1. So this might be an overtime series.
that is going to be interesting.
Is that close enough? Is he gonna go? Oh, was not far enough away.
That's sometimes with hand grenades, right? You know, it's sometimes it's a bit tricky.
So this is kind of interesting. Looking at this lineup right here, one of their players, the Dinosaur Consortium, is missing probably their most skilled player that is an official player on the bracket, which is a player with a little bit of a history. Great guy, but Jay from Broken Arrow was supposed to be playing for them today. So
yeah. I'm really surprised not seeing more Broken Arrow players.
So we got Balzac here as a Broken Arrow, Fish Sticks, and
yeah,
Corporal
but
Reese.
that they're not running a team, but yeah, it's probably not their type of thing. But it's a shame.
I would have liked to have seen it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is a really tight game. It is 6-6. It is sudden death. Let's take a look from this perspective, see where the VC are. Got an RPD. Khornes Chosen is being aggressive. They are closing in on the remaining Dinosaur players. And in this situation, you know, Anthony, like sound is so important. If you give away your position and you do not get a kill, you're almost guaranteed gonna die. Because they're gonna know exactly where you are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where that sprint, you know, shift key discipline comes in.
So Mentok in here. 4-4.
So, yeah.
And Mossfire.
Yeah, and guys, we're going to be doing this for the next couple of weeks here. So make sure to follow here or join the Discord. Everything should be linked. It's down below. So make sure you follow here. And we are still closing up on 1,000 followers. So that's pretty sweet.
Ooh.
So probably the nerfs are going to be showing as well here when it's this close.
They're trying, man. And that's a tricky thing, too. We have the no camping rule, but we can clearly... Progress is trying to be made. Nobody wants to lose. This is... Maybe we should have been watching this one from the get-go. You know, this series is almost tied, 2-2. So...
Yeah. There is some teams that are really, really showing up here. Can you show us the F1 see the player rosters there?
I am not very familiar with anyone on the Khornes chosen side.
No.
I'm familiar with Fatty. You called him Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops, yes sir.
Fruity Loops. We got Fish Sticks from Broken Arrow, Ball Sack from Broken Arrow, Sad Leok, one of the European players. Obviously performing great right now. 15 kills. Hell yeah. Beast Division, who's an individual, and then some other people from our community mixed up with Broken Arrow. So I'm definitely more familiar with this roster, but this looks like some really solid fights going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're moving up
and
tactfully.
the kills are divided out pretty equally on the teams. It's not like So yeah, the VC team is obviously expecting the US to push up, but
I don't know. This is do we have any Overwatch back here? I'm kind of curious.
hopefully not.
But like I said, the South needs to win this one, so I think that they're just playing as passively as possible. Great position right here. Really good sight line. And honestly, if you're watching the stream and you're participating in the tournament, this, whatever this is, this bush, you can get inside of this and you can get really solid sight lines from this bush and be pretty darn well concealed. Yeah, they just need... I don't know how the communication is right now, in those channels. They really need to kind of consolidate themselves and then do a group push, because as it stands right now... Oh, there is somebody... Oh. What are we doing? They are. It looks like they're consolidating. And they're gonna... Yup. This is exactly what I was just talking about. They need to group up, and they need to make sure that they're exchanging favorably. Because it's 4-4.
And they need to commit, you know.
Oh. The guy that... 3-4.
Yeah, call bird dog, yeah. So this is close. Interesting, interesting.
Oh! 3-3.
Interesting thing here is if the VC actually noticed this push and counter push that pushes the other side. The other side is empty now. VC could push straight in.
They can, and they could take the objective. If the VC take that A objective, they will win the game.
If the VC kind of figures out what's going on here, they might just...
I think what's most important right now for the South team is that they need to stay close. They need to stay close because they need to understand where the fire is coming from. Because even if they cap B and C, right, they're not going to get any more respawn waves. This is it. Oh, And then there was one.
Oh, thank you, NSP. Thank you for that sub. This is really... But that was that kind of push, you know.
They're coming in for blood. Look at him move. Oh! That's tough, man, where you're going against three. As soon as they saw where he was, they jumped on it like a shark in water.
But
like
that says something about their ability to turn on the aggression, right? You say, hey, there's one guy left. We know where he is. Somebody's shooting at him. Let's move.
That was a really good play by Khornes Chosen right there. Wow.
They followed it pretty well. Like, they followed through.
So they're going to be doing map voting right now. They should be swapping sides.
A whopping sides.
See, like, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, these guys, maybe it just wasn't as clear. Maybe I misspoke, but
you know, I like just like I was at the briefing. Like, you can go back and listen to the briefing. Like, oh, it's on the stream. Like, there was nothing unclear about it.
I just feel bad.
And the text in the Discord. But of course, you know, there can be language barriers and
yep.
You know.
Or if you're used to things being ran a particular way, like
Oh,
I totally get it. Like I really honestly I understand. So I feel bad about it. I want people to have as good of a time as possible. People are already dedicating 2 hours of their Saturday to partake in the tournament, you know. So.
But still, anybody that lost, you know, they're still in there. So
exactly.
Nothing's lost. Nothing's lost. They're just an experienced richer. So.
Yeah, this series is tied 2-1 right now. So you guys want to watch the Khornes Chosen perspective on the South, or you guys want more of like the North's perspective, since their back's going to be up against the wall? Let's see what they do.
It's going to be interesting to see what the North actually decides, because they need to change something.
I honestly think the craziest thing is that these are two randomly individually assigned teams from registrants. So Neither of these teams is a pre-made. This is just pure, I want to be a part of this event. I want to play. Let's fucking go. Absolute chaos in this valley, or this riverbed right now.
Yeah, I like the use of smoke, but you know, like it's just knife fighting range right there. Look at all the smokes and the hand grenades. People know how important that riverbed is. Oh, look at the carnage! Look at the carnage! Holy smokes!
You know what you need right here? A Willy P grenade. Look at these guys bunched up. Who's this guy? This river is just death. We should probably just take out the water and then just put it full of corpses. Just a trench full of corpses.
Yeah, but it's interesting if you as the one of the teams know that the other team likes pushing the river, you know, you can kind of meet them with a lot of hand grenades and kind of, you know, there isn't much cover down there.
This is going to be a meat grinder of a map, and I know a lot of the more professional teams were worried about this, but I thought that this map, because of its design, right, it would bring a little bit more different, kind of like an older school arena shooter feel to it, and right now it's not disappointing.
No, you can stand back as well and use your superior accuracy to work on it, but
you know what's crazy? No, none of the VC are up on these hills. Not a single one.
No.
Not a single one.
I
don't know if it's because they can't get up there, or I feel like, you know, let's see the sight lines here. I feel like these are pretty good sight lines, Anthony. I don't know about you, but
it's you know.
Oh, here we go.
The enemy has no reinforcements.
But it's probably, you know, because they want to try and contest, you know, the front. They don't want to sit back and just, if they perhaps they don't feel like that they can make those those trays from up there. The AK from up there is, you know, it's ridiculous. You might as well just be,
The enemy has been reinforced.
you know, trying to throw it at them.
Objective now.
Khornes chosen actually
The enemy
spearheading
has no reinforcements.
across the river right now. We got another 0-0 game, but the South team has an entire reinforcement wave coming because they waited to cap that home point.
But still, you know, so close. But at least now everybody's staying off the center. No?
I mean, what would you do? Just run and lay down on the berm, you think? Just run in and try to lay down and get as low as possible and don't peek? Lay down like on this side, probably?
I would like, my thought on this kind of map, I would overload one side.
We have been reinforced.
Interesting.
You know, I've never been the kind of guy that likes to win on just this grind out stuff. I would much rather put an aggression on one side with the best players and see if you can roll them up from there.
The Dinosaur Consortium was able to take the middle point, and
Capture an objective now.
they are able to get that final respawn wave right here. It is so important that they do not lose B again before it goes to sudden death.
The enemy has no reinforcements.
Yeah.
This is it. So they have a two-man
But still, those hand grenades just keep coming in. Like, it's just... I like the aggression with the hand grenades. There's nothing worse than people dying with their hand grenades. Like,
Did you see that pistol? Was that a pistol shot? That was a shot with the PM. Oh my God! In the head, man! What a shot!
There is no. Why make it more difficult? Like, just take out your pistol and shoot him in the face.
He just. That's what he did! When the AK can't hit a target further than 50 meters, use your PM.
Like, some people would say, I think Skarka was one of those guys pioneering that, but the Browning high power, that's just a laser beam.
So the Browning high power, fun fact actually, the Browning high power is an S tier pistol. It's hands down the best pistol in the game. I don't think anybody's gonna argue that. But it's also bugged. It doesn't have any recoil modifiers to it. And for whatever reason, Tripwire and Antimatter, when they were still developing the game, they just never bothered to change it.
For me, like, with the 15-round magazine, it's basically a submachine gun, isn't it? Like, you can...
It's so good. But, oh! They got one guy left. Where is he at? Oh! They got it! They're coming back! Maybe this map's VC sided. I don't know.
Doesn't seem like. So this is getting interesting.
Let's reconnect here. This first push, man. This is literally, like I said, the Urukai just charging in on attacking Helm's Deep. Just death. Whole squad just cut down.
It is just the
they're literally
charge of the light brigade.
Yeah, they're so close in the engagement, so that's a pretty well concealed spot with the lighting there. They're almost in like melee distance, charging up through these reeds and whatnot. That's nuts. Let's check out this side.
But it seems like the VC are trading somewhat effectively right there. And then another pistol.
Does he hear him? He did. So in a situation like this, right, where you had a player roughly right here and you hear that M16, that is not the this is not the play to peek, right? Because there's just, if you peek, there's too many overlapping fields of fire right there. This is the play where you underhand toss a grenade right up on top of the rock, and then you hold your lane.
Or you even better, if you don't have that, you communicate to your team and be like, hey,
he's right next to me.
Yeah, look at my map. There's a guy on top of the rock just next to me, and hope somebody else got an angle on him.
Yep. That was not the smartest play to just try to run him down. It's too risky in a game like this where your life is, I would say, probably worth more than in a standard ticket game. The charge of the light brigade. I'm surprised at how many level 99s are on the Khornes Chosen team. Just 1, 2. Well, there was 3. He's dead. 4. 5. This Khornes Chosen team. Maybe this is the sleeper. Maybe this is the sleeper. They got a lot of
of
level
course,
99s.
you have to take into consideration that the Broken Arrow guys are quite familiar with each other.
Yes. Yes, they are. Honestly, some of the best North American... I mean, we have a North American community, but I have full confidence when I share this with the whole world that Broken Arrow has some of the best NA players in the game.
Of course. Of course. It would be interesting. Is the NA community, is that bigger? Actually, do you have more players, North America, than Europe?
So, according to the sign-up sheet, it was about 54. It was like It was like 44%
We
NA
have been
and then like
reinforced.
38% EU, at least participating in the tournament. So.
Yeah.
So we got these beautiful servers in New York City. Spun them brand new, just up for everybody to play on. So. Shotgun. That is something I have not seen in a couple games. Shotgun.
The enemy has no reinforcements.
Hmm.
Speaking of pistols, since we were talking about it a little bit earlier today, high power obviously excluded. You fan of the South team's pistols more, or the North team's pistols?
I must say that the high power, of course, you know.
So besides the high power, so between the 1917 and the 1911.
I'm always like more bullets and less recoil, of course, right? So the Tokarev, of course, is I find, you know.
I think the TT and the PM are just they're good. I would prefer to use them over the
1911 and the revolver is just too much, not necessary. Like all that recoil for nothing. Like
pretty decisive.
Like if you shoot somebody with a pistol, you're not just gonna shoot them once. You're gonna.
Got a pretty decisive push here from the North team. They are up 5-2. I'm not sure if they know where the last couple of Southern Khornes chosen are, Southern soldiers are. Let's see if we can find the other one. Sounds like he's dead. That was the guy that was over here behind the rock. Where is the final guy? Is that him? Yes, it is. Ooh! Blew himself up. Highlight reel-worthy play right there.
Of course, the hand grenades are not known as the most reliable weapon out there, but.
So, might have an update score to the DTF and Hardcore game that is still going on. I think that they're near ending the final round, and the series is 2-1, and they're 2-2 out of the round. So it's the final round takes all right now. They are on the 5th round. Oh my God. The team kills with that grenade. The North team is completely annihilated.
What the? What? Like what?
Oh no!
How will people set up like that?
I think that they were in the process of pushing out right here, and he got shot and just team killed everybody.
Ah, there we go. Huh.
Oof. I mean, that's how decisive. We were talking about it, though. That's how decisive that first wave is on this map, you know? If you can take the river like that, if the team makes a mistake, you need to be able to capitalize it. And right now, Khornes Chosen is swarming these hills. They are coming up through these canyons, completely uncontested, while the North team, the Dinosaur Consortium, is trying to get back up here and regain all that ground.
But isn't that's just something you need to keep in your mind every time you pull out a hand grenade, you know, right? What happens if I get shot with this in my hand, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. Interesting. because of, we'll call it the ass hiccup of the grenades, the North team is, you know, they're basically, most of the fighting is transitioned from the riverbed about 25 meters further over these canyons.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how heavy Khornes Chosen is going to commit to the offensive here, if they actually want to try to go in here and get them.
Yeah, and like that's interesting. Why, like, there's no point in pushing if when you're set up like this. And I really like that they haven't kept their back point, that they're just keeping that in there.
Ooh.
Oh.
Dang.
There's some people in the chat asking how can you join this event, and it's not possible to join it now, but hopefully in the next game Tripwire is gonna make, there's gonna be something again.
So if they want to, they are not going to be able to, if you're asking to join, if you're thinking that you want to join, you will not be put on an official team, which means that you won't be able to win the prizes that Tripwire is sponsoring for us. However, if you would like to play, teams were scrambling literally to the last second, even with official 12-man rosters for backups. So if you're interested in playing, what I will do is I can add you to the backup list. All you need to do is join our Discord, Deeds TF, DEDS TF, and I'll put you in the backup list, and if someone reaches out to you asking for help, then that's your opportunity to say, yeah, that works for me, or no, it doesn't. I feel like that was a bad move from Khornes Chosen. They're up on guys. They just wasted that respawn wave.
Yeah, so why push?
Dudes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
they could have waited till their whole team was dead and just have somebody sitting back here.
Can some of the admins or moderators in the chat post Deeds' Discord? Otherwise, guys, you can join my Discord and !Discord and join from there. But,
for sure.
Yeah.
Who's the sniper? Where's he at? Is that him right here?
Snipers.
Nope, there's a Dragunov somewhere. I heard it. There he is. He's got the bayonet on and everything.
Oh my goodness. The Dragunov. Yeah. It's probably the best looking weapon in the game. Yeah,
honestly, it's probably the best North sniper rifle, but...
Yeah, but like, do you really need snipers? That's the big question.
You know, I would prefer, you know, playing competitively. Yikes. Playing competitively, I don't think snipers are that important, but if you happen to have a sniper and they're doing very well, like getting a lot of kills, that's helping the team out.
Oh, of course.
I think the difficulty is that, like, first of all, people just have this complete disassociation for the roles and responsibilities of a sniper. Like, they'll blame people will blame their team sniper for their own deaths because they just expect them to clear the lane, like an offensive lineman in football clearing a hole or something. Like,
sure, Conflict, you're the best looking weapon out there.
and then, you know, like, I think in order to be a good sniper, you really need probably like 50 hours of just map knowledge. 50 hours of just playing a single map in order to understand how to read a recon report, where to position yourself to intercept the most kills, right? Or just know where the default spawn areas are so you can try to snipe as many people coming out of them as possible. And, you know, a lot of new players, they see sniper and they want to play it, and for the most part, they're pretty underperforming, so they don't have a really large impact.
Some people have watched too much TV series and think, you know, sniper this, sniper that, but like if you know, it's just my issue with it is, like, if you need somebody on the cap, you know, it's always quite frustrating having a guy, you know, at the like the point you just left 5 minutes later when you need him up at the cap. You know, so that's kind of...
Retreat. We'll have to try again.
that was a really solid statement by Khornes Chosen there. They almost that team kill grenade though I think really hurt the Dinosaur Consortium.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing, you know, that all of a sudden flips it. Also, like if you not even like game wise, but also mentally, that you get this kind of setback while they were actually doing so fucking well.
For sure. Let's take a little. I mean, we gotta watch the initial chaos, right? That initial rush. We gotta
Yeah,
watch
it'd
it.
be interesting to see down there in the river. Try and go down the river and see like what.
Like right
Are they
here.
still gonna do it? Yeah, are they gonna do exactly the same thing again? That's the. There comes the grenades.
Look at the kill feed.
Look at that. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my.
Interesting feint. Did you see what Khornes Chosen just did there?
Mm-hmm.
They waited for all the grenades to be done exploding, and then they just swarmed B.
Yeah, it would be nice if that was on purpose. We need to ask them that afterwards. Because if that, then that's some high level shit there, right? That's super nice.
That was excellent coordination if that was planned.
Yeah, if that was planned, like, oh, this sniper get it.
The spot is really good. What is that noise? Is that a Dishka? What the hell is that? There's a Dishka! I'm gonna take the time here and explore a little bit rest of the map. So obviously you have like this little base area. If they get to it, we have the Rocks of Death. We have the River of Death. We have the Canyon of Death. And then we have the Bushes of Death, it looks like. Looks like some tunnels right here. There's 3 tunnels. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, so this one doesn't go anywhere. This one's got a little fighting position right here. Oh, where am I? I'm inside of the ground. Okay.
So is that in the caps?
That's not in the cap. This is just a... It looks like it was... right there.
Oh.
Pretty good field of fire right there. Put the... Ooh. Gotta use your ears, Reese. He's right next to you, man.
The enemy has no reinforcements.
Extremely aggressive plays with the grenades on this map.
Capture an objective now. The enemy has been reinforced. The enemy has no reinforcements.
See, again, with the capping of A, I don't know why they don't wait a little longer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it makes no sense to take this right now. You only have 2
Nope.
guys dead. Oh? He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
That's
that's
some
better.
dissent. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty
We
good.
have been
You know,
reinforced.
let those guys be aggressive, and now they just got a full, fresh team.
Uh-huh.
Blame the map. What's going on? Wicked head glitch. Jesus fuck. Okay.
Capture an objective.
I don't even know, like, where would... This is really a map where you just gotta fight, man. You have to brawl it out. I don't know
Oh,
where
yeah.
the combat area is on this. Probably like somewhere like right here. Is that a sniper's nest? What do you think? No, this is terrible. Maybe?
Nah. Shit. It's like people are gonna be moving. Like it's gonna.
Look at that spot, man. You talk about sneaky. Got him. I mean, he was laying down, what, 10 meters in front of him?
But that's the question with the INI, with the not INI files, but with with instant rendering, how much you can actually see there.
I don't think it would affect... I mean, the way that I understand how it works, I don't think it would affect that too much. And mostly, let's see if we can find something here.
It's mostly the big, the foliage on the trees.
Yeah,
that,
like this part right here, like these mantles, this is what it affects. And I mean, for the most part, like these bushes look thick. When we look at this, you're like, man, how do you see out of that? But I mean,
Yeah,
if you're in here, you can see pretty, you know, you can see pretty clearly where they're coming from. And for this tournament, you know, you brought up a great comment about the instance rendering. I did have the guys vote, and the majority of the people voted for it to be on. So if you'd like to play with that, you can.
So that means for the people that don't understand, instant rendering is like if you lower your graphics and then put it on instant rendering, then some of the foliage around trees and that stuff is gonna disappear, and that's gonna make you it's gonna make it quite significantly like easier, because people can't hide up against certain trees and that kind of stuff. It's not like game breaking. It just gives you that, like, and if you're at a high enough level, it just gives you that, you know, that fraction of a second faster reaction time.
This is it, Anthony.
Yeah.
This is a good, even, competitive matching between two teams. Can you make room for our last team member? Oh, they want me to stop spectating. Alright, so they are asking us to leave politely to finish the game in a 12v12. Respectfully going to honor that. Let's see if... I really wish that I could join the... I cannot join the other game that's ongoing either, so... It looks like... Judging by it though, the score of this game is between Hardcore and DTF, and Hardcore was winning the series 2-1. So DTF's back's up against the wall in this one, and they need to pull a dub. If they get the win, they'll go to Compound and play one single match of Compound.
Say that again. Wow.
So the series right now is 2-1 Hardcore. If DTF happens to win this final round, or this final match on Seekong River, it'll be 2-2. And they'll have to go and play one final set of 5 rounds on Compound, which is the Waste City map that we covered earlier today with Twitch DMC. Let's check here. I got a lot of messages. let's go over what kind of happened today. Then, are you cool with that? Kind of covering
Oh
the
yeah,
results
that'd
of the
be awesome.
games.
Awesome.
So let me see if I can pull up the results of the poll from this morning, and then Skirmish Championship Series poll number 1. All right, let's see what we got here. So we have 69 total responses. The favored team to win is 12 Big Guys, followed by DTF, followed by Cells Fart Brigade. In the match earlier this morning, DMC versus the Minutemen. For those of you that aren't aware, DMC is a very experienced Rising Storm 2 team that played Skirmish competitively for a very long time. They swept that series 3, or technically 4-0. So DMC will progress on to play the Pickaxe Party, which I know, Anthony, I don't know if you have anything to say about that upcoming match. There's going to be some serious grudges and some serious sweat piling up from that one.
Can you bring up the roster actually? Can you stream like that be perhaps the full roster? That would be
okay
for us to talk about. So
yeah, I just gotta add.
Yeah, if you can. But you know, the Pickaxe Brigade is a bunch of like there is some hardcore Europeans in there. You're gonna have Henry Marriage, Henkman. No, was he in?
Can you guys see the stream? Is it working?
Yeah, we can.
All right, cool. Don't mind my DMs, the cool kid there, just giving him their final overtime match. Let's go take a look at the official rosters here. So you want to take a look at, scrolling down. Did I pass them? The Pickaxe Party. So this is this team right here highlighted.
Yeah.
Do you want me to keep it highlighted so people can see here?
No. It's just
you know these guys better, so I'll let you talk about these teams. I'm not necessarily too familiar with them.
Yeah, so Monks, of course, super efficient player. Hankman, like really good. Theoden, of course, as well. Merge, you know, again, really, really good. So some really like stand-up European players. That's gonna be a really, really, really tough nut to crack, right there. That's for sure. And then they're gonna be playing the team they're gonna be playing against. Deeds.
The team that they'll be playing against is DMC Twitch. So this
yeah,
one right
so
here.
that's gonna be, you know, the DMC team. So that's probably gonna be the game to watch. Right there. That's gonna be a super interesting game that we for sure gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is like if you could say that there's two titans or two giants like about ready to duke it out, this is it. And it's not just the fact that this team has good people and this team has good people. There's a lot of history between between these two teams. So
yeah, there is even more history that I basically probably can't discuss, but there is a lot of stuff there. And as well, Henry, wasn't he on as well?
Henry is on the official backup list. So
yeah. So and Henry's on the backup list for, and you know, if you were ever to talk about like the top 5 players to ever play this game, Henry is in the top 5. That's for sure. So that's like, and I'm not even kidding you. So that's so basically, no matter what happens, I really want to see Henry in this, because Henry is not that familiar with this kind of game mode, and a lot of the other people aren't either. So, but they're just their pure fracking ability or their killing ability so great. So that's going to be so interesting to watch.
It definitely will be. It definitely will be, and I'm not sure if DMC being matched up with the Minutemen. Not saying that the Minutemen's a bad team. I'm just saying that having to throw together 5 members
Mm-hmm.
the last second.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
sucks when you go up against a team with years of experience like DMC,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it'll definitely be really fun to watch because even though Henry's good, I can tell you right now, looking at this roster, XXX easily probably one of the better players in the game as well.
Hmm.
Skeletron,
Yeah, but
V2.
Skeletron is just in the chat right now, like
Ah,
saying he's nervous. So, but I can guarantee you that there is a difference with XX Skeletron, with Monkey and yeah. So that and V2 of course. So the primary on that is Monkey and V2, and of course XX. But
yeah. And I mean, the other thing too is that these are two European powerhouses for the most part. I think the couple of them might be from Africa or something along those lines, maybe a few from Asia. But
hmm
they are playing on a New York server as well. So there's going to be, I don't know. I hope it doesn't come down to complaining about the ping. I hope that the matches are good and competitive. But I know
yeah,
that I, for one, am also extremely excited to watch these guys play because DMC basically came out of retirement, hadn't been
yeah.
playing for a couple years, and Monkey Shot assembling this team of absolutely just superstars, right?
hmm
You you have pros and cons for both sides, and I think
Oh yeah.
I'm a fan of Emperor Monk. He's been playing with our community for the past 7 months. We've been playing competitive skirmishes. Excellent person to train against. Really, really
hmm
helped, boost
The
up our
the
community.
the difference is gonna be that the Twitch team or the DMC team is a lot more experienced in this game mode,
Yep. And
and the pickaxe people are like pound for pound, like better on one. So it's the thing is the experience of playing a lot of skirmish. Is that gonna count for more than raw individual skill?
I think the exciting thing for me is that I agree with what you're saying. That's exciting. But the most thing I'm excited for to watch is that the DMC team has years of nonverbal communication. Teams from
hmm
across multiple countries, right? And that is something that the only way you get better by playing with people is by playing with the same people over and over and over
hmm
again. And the Pickaxe team, superstars, all able to handle their own. But the question's going to be, can they communicate as well
hmm
in order to effectively counter them? Because in terms of well-roundedness, like that experience portion, the non-verbal part, just
Yeah,
understanding, Anthony, you play this way. I know
yeah.
what you like to do on that side of the map. I trust you to do that. Go handle your business, and I can position myself to counter that. It's going to be super exciting.
Oh, Corn team one apparently.
Did they?
Yeah,
Wow, they came back. They were
yeah. That's
down 2 to
crazy.
0 and they won 3 to 1.
That's fucking amazing. Fucking hell.
Ama- Absolutely stellar job. I'm
Yeah.
gonna grab them real quick if I can.
Yeah,
So
it
just
would
give
be
me.
interesting to know if any of those guys recorded their gameplay. It'll be fucking interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw up Will. Hey Will, we're gonna grab you real quick, and then the other team leader, and talk to you guys and get your feedback. I know you want to probably congratulate your team on getting the victory here right now. Um, and I'm super excited for you, actually, kind of being like the new guy in the tournament. But I'm pulling up Fatty, and we'll see if the chat has any questions for either of you guys in terms of how your matches went down, because it honestly looks like your guys' was the most exciting, the most balanced. So, Will, how was it?
Blood for the blood god! Skulls for the skulls for the
Oh my God.
What the?
he, he's absolutely stoked.
skull!
All right. Hey, Fatty, how was it for you? I know you're kind of a backup, but we used you kind of as the de facto leader for that team. How was it being a part of the team, and how do you guys think you all did?
I think we did pretty good on the first one. I think for a lot of us, that was our first time ever seeing that map, like period. So the first map, we kind of made a pact. If we don't know the map, we feel it out the first one. Win or lose, we try to feel it out. So that started working. We started going with the strat that we need 2 guys to go to C, no matter what, because it's so easy to tie up the tunnels under C. But when we were on North, defending B, for some reason, felt like the biggest pain in the butt. But it did seem like for the South, it felt easier to get on to the map and, kind of establish positions. But I felt like we did pretty well just for a bunch of ragtag guys who, as far as I know, didn't even train for this. So
How would you say that you feel that your team did overall?
I think they did pretty well. I think we had a problem with momentum. If the momentum was against us, we kind of froze up and we couldn't make any moves, and then we had a hard time taking advantage of a push. I think, I don't know if we were just sprinting too much or we were getting excitable, but it felt like we would just drop the minute we got some momentum on our side. So I think we did well at holding angles, but that's, when there's mobility involved, I don't think that's what wins the game. It's the strategy.
Will, how do you think? Do you have anything you'd want to say to your team? How do you think that your team performed?
I was very, very impressed with it. I was very nervous in the beginning because both maps were maps we did not practice on. Also, Blood for the Blood Cuts goes with us.
All right, cool. So you guys got to play 2 custom maps, some which have not had very favorable things to say. Do you guys have any? What do you? So Fatty, what do you think the most critical part was of Seekong River that you would like to share with other teams, or just that you saw when playing it?
I think with attacking from south, even though there's a river there, it felt like south does have a terrain advantage. Or it was just the fact that, if you could take advantage of A and push to B, B is not a very good defensible point. You can't see out of it very well, so you're just kind of in a raised fishbowl. So you throw nades and take it real quick. It's just, and the way to get in, as far as I could tell, there were 2 or 3 ways to get in, and they were all very restrictive. The same goes with C, but with C, for whatever reason, we had a meta down that if we had 2 guys below C, they could hold it. It was very hard to get them out. But the problem was C was so far away, it wasn't pivotal to taking control of the map. So I will say the first map definitely felt southern heavy, but that could have just been us not us putting too much importance on B. And then for what was the second one? La Dre or something?
Langvey.
Langvey. That one felt north heavy. The fact that we lost on north, I think that was just a matter of us kind of getting locked out of B. But I noticed a lot of places where you could head glitch. Like their sniper was able to get into places where, and I won't even say it was malicious. It was just a matter of fact. If he got up on a ledge and proned, it was very hard you could see just a sliver of his head, but he could shoot. Same goes with the MGs on some of those ledges on the northern side. I think that was very difficult to deal with because our sniper was taking advantage of it when we were on the north, just laying in one spot, very hard to kill, and I don't think it was purposeful. It's just how the map works when you get into those areas.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I did like the amount of waves on the second map, though. I wish we used human wave tactics a little more. But yeah, that's my summary.
So I know, Will, you said that you haven't played either of those custom maps, and it doesn't sound like the Dinosaur Consortium did either. Did you have any feedback on any of the maps? Anything that you thought that was critical to your success?
Well, on the second one, I noticed that when we were on the VC side, it was easier to defend because we could just set up our stuff and just let them come to us and just let them wear themselves out. And that was really helpful for us. And then when we were attacking, we were starting to get going to the same problem of the VC would get there really early and they would cap it and recap it, or they would just be able to set up there much easier. And then I realized we can't focus on the point itself. We have to push past it because that's where all the good shit is. That's where you get all these nice sight lines and you can hit the enemy in an unexpected ways. So suddenly, rather than us always having to react to their defensive position, suddenly they're reacting to our defensive positions, which I thought was very helpful. Also, yeah, it was a lot. And the first one I thought was interesting is that Charlie was a very easy point to hold for both sides. So if it wasn't properly defended, like the first time we defended it, we capped it really easily, and then we didn't have enough people to hold it, and then we committed too much to it, which was also a problem because then we wouldn't move around and be able to be as active as we needed to be. And just focused on the Charlie Bravo approach. And I think what was probably more necessary on that was a more aggressive approach on either holding down Charlie and being aggressive on pushing right to Alpha and being able to control the points, the area around the points as a way of controlling the point itself. It's like Death Ground in certain maps, like Highways G point, Golf point, golf. I call it Gravo. Is Death Ground. Nobody can hold it, and so nobody can push in. But I think that's the same thing with Bravo. It's anyone can sort of get there, but they can't really hold it because of how it's shaped. So it's more important to actually hold areas around it and sort of attack them defend it through them.
Okay.
Yep. Also, Blood for the Blood Gods, Skulls for the Skull Throne. Shout out to my.
I have a question for you, Anthony. Are you there right now?
Yeah, I am.
Do you want to ask him about that delayed approach in that initial wave with the hand grenades? Ask if that was purposeful?
Yeah, as Dee said, at the last round before we left, there was a push from the US team where they waited for the hand grenades hit the center, like the riverbed, and then they pushed afterwards across. I don't know if that was on purpose or.
That was a generalized strategy we had been working out from both sides. We had been, our rule was always, you get to the riverbed, you throw grenades. You throw as many grenades as you can, start popping stuff off because they're going to want to get it as badly as we do. So the push would always start with a good amount of just sheer grenades.
Okay, I think the question was more tailored towards you guys were down 2-0, right? You were on the verge of going into an overtime match, the first overtime match of the tournament. Super exciting. And your team on that first wave when you're all chucking grenades in there, your team deliberately did not go in the riverbed. They waited for all of the explosions and then they swarmed it. Was that intentional or not?
Again, that was our strategy from like the first when we first started it. But the thing that we were starting to do is that when we were down by 2, we started going, okay, we need to be aggressive. We need to push past this point. We need to be on them rather than us. Like I said, us reacting to them because we couldn't do that. We couldn't be just holding the objective. We had to be aggressive with it. So our goal was to clear out everything in front of us and then push past.
Excellent.
I have a question for both teams. Like, did any of you guys consider it at some point, like trying to overload one side instead of both teams kind of have a spread out approach, but perhaps trying to just see if you can push your way through and get in behind? Or
we tried that on, especially south on the second map, but we tried that a few times, and it felt like we would be outflanked immediately, and. I don't know if it's just the temperament of some of my teammates, but it didn't feel like we had the aggression to swing around, which it ended up we would just get a whole wave stuffed into a corner and shot to death. So we kind of went with the even spread strategy because it felt like it was being more effective in the long run.
Fair enough.
I focused on much more of a spread approach so that whenever one of them would have a breakthrough, we would actually be able to react to that very quickly. And just so if one guy slipped through, we would be on him like that to keep them on where we needed them to.
Because that what I just noticed that there wasn't really that much of actually breakthroughs. Like the thing were always decided basically in the riverbed. So I was just so it didn't seem to work. Like they didn't seem to be able to get that reaction. But that's.
And again, our goal was not a breakthrough. It was to sort of hold the line in a place where we controlled the side of the battle, where we could control what was happening and how our enemy would react to us, and to sort of catch them up on something that they would not necessarily expect to happen. So like I was pushing a lot on left side because I knew that there was this good angle where I could lay down some shotgun fire and people would just not be ready for that sort of approach because one, it's a very long angle, so you're not thinking it's like a corner, but it is because of how long it.
Yeah, no, I think you guys' strategies for the most part, like they were excellent. But I think everybody's really wondering, since you guys had to play 2 custom maps, there's been some discussion in that, the potential for removing them. What would be your advice towards other teams, or do you think that they should be removed?
The only one I actually hate is Sledgehammer, but that's mostly because a lot of my guys have been sort of whenever they join in for some practice runs, they end up just like crashing for some reason.
Sure, but I'm talking about the 2 maps that you played today specifically.
Yeah, I like how very tactical the second one was, and the first one is very confusing to sort of get your tactical mind around because it's just one point is if you get in it, it's very difficult to remove, but at the same time, if they get in it, it's really difficult to remove. So it's a point of just a very solid point. And so that's one where you have to really catch people slipping. But the rest of them were very much, like I said, one of them's Death Ground. And Alpha is sort of this weird point of just so much area can be fired in, and there's not a lot of sort of positions in it to fire out. But that's negatives. A lot of it was like very individual ambushes, like hiding in the trees, moving through the foliage, getting where you need to. And that part is actually kind of fun. It's very fast paced in that.
What about you, Fatty? Did you have anything that you'd want to? Do you think that the map should be removed? Did you have any feedback or anything that you want to let other teams know if they get placed on those maps?
I think for Sekong River, that felt like a good competitive map. I think you really have to you have to really wage who you're going to send to what point and what flank, because it's very important. And we pretty much had it down. Rousing Bat and Adam would always go to C, and then myself. And where we would be is based off of how things were going, but that's typically how it went. But the A and B points, I feel like there was just a lot of movement in between those. If you weren't pushing your advantage on that side, you probably were going to lose the whole match. But C was still integral to keep because it's a contention point. So I do like Sekong River. The second one, it feels like there's some things that need to get fleshed out, because once word gets around on some of the spots you can take, I think it can get to almost exploity levels of some of the head glitch spots you can get into. We didn't see a whole lot of that. I think the people who were doing it inadvertently didn't know they were doing it. But I did like how it felt, tactically. I think we both had to bounce off of what the other team was doing, and I will give them props to them waiting for our advance and just like turning us into just pulping us once we got into the river. But there are some lanes and some areas that I do think need some touch-ups before it could be considered competitive worthy.
Interesting. Well, I appreciate your honest feedback. Anthony, did you have anything else for either of these 2 gentlemen?
No, I think well played, both of you. That's awesome to see.
For sure.
I do have
GG's to the other team.
I do have one thing to say. I'd like to thank the people who I got to help be like our backups, because we had 3 people who went down and had like events come up. So it was nice that we were able to get some people in real quickly. Even a couple of backups that were just sitting waiting in the wings in case something else happened. I would just be able to switch them in real quick.
For sure. I mean, it always happens. People, life happens last minute. Like I said, we're all adults. For the most part, you know, you guys followed the rules and the instructions pretty much by yourself. So, kudos to you all, and then go celebrate with your teams or have your debriefs. So, good games.
Blood for the blood god. Skull
Roger.
throw.
GG's.
All right.
Oh yeah. So, do we have any more questions from the chat here? If you have anything for Deeds and I.
It did go into overtime. Anthony.
Oh, sorry, what?
The DTF hardcore game, they're playing compound right now, overtime.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
So that series is tied 2-2.
Shit.
I want to connect to the server, damn it! I hope that we get some good recordings from it. That's unfortunate. Gotta figure out what's going on with these spectator slots, you know? So.
Yeah, I think it's just it's just Rising Storm 2.
Oh man, I'm going through all my internet tabs right now, live on stream. Hopefully you guys didn't see all that. Oopsies!
No, we didn't.
So. Shout out to the Dinosaur Consortium. We had no prep and we were never introduced until 20 minutes before. Yes, so huge props to that team. So that team, drama aside, the short version is that it was supposed to be a pre-made group of Australians, and they literally just ghost left the tournament yesterday. So that team was literally slapped together with individuals. It looked like they were still able to have a really competitive games, though. You know, almost went into overtime series. Very, very close matches. So, yeah, for sure. Shout out to the Dinosaur Consortium team and all the backups up there that are on the official backup list. Like, seriously. I don't know. Ickmon wants us to interview the Fart Brigade, and I think that it's not a good idea right now because the emotions and the tensions were high with the PR clan, and I don't want anything to be said or shared on a live stream.
No.
If Krakenbolt promises not to talk about PR or I'll interview. We'll pull Krakenbolt up here, but I mean, you can't talk about the drama. Just we'll keep it game related.
Yeah, that's gotta be important.
And I'll trust Krakenbolt if he's available. He's just got to join a channel, and I'll bring him in. Mr.Deds, I promise not to talk about him. All right, just join the general chat, and I'll drag you in. He's obviously watching the stream. Now, that's Ickmon. That's not Krakenbolt. We're not bringing Ickmon in. Okay. Hello, hello?
We need us.
Hello.
What's up, Crack? So, your games today, easily the most controversial, not in a positive way. I know that you guys were able to play Jungle Camp, and then you guys played Quang Tree. Did you have anything to say to your team or anything to comment on?
Well, our team at Jungle Swamp, we were very well coordinated. We mentally understood their how would I say their plan, because we at one point we went to A on consistently, and then they started to figure that out. So then we swapped to B, and then we kind of just went back and forth until we won both rounds. For Quang Tree, it was at the beginning we were kind of loose. It wasn't that like good as in communication. We lost 2 games in a row, but the third one we did very good. We were tight. We were communicating well. We played passive when necessary. Yeah, I mean, we listened to each other. We cleared comms when it was like a sudden death type scenario. Um, and then we just basically repeated that for 3 games, and then we won. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was a very good game. They did have a very good team. I guess we did kind of outplay them in the other 3 games after they won the first 2. But I think personally that they put up a very good fight. Uh, yeah, they did very good. We did, I guess, yeah, we just did a bit better. But yeah, they did put up a good fight, and yeah, it was a good event.
So I think this would be a good time and a good opportunity. Like, don't want to talk too much about match details because, like I said, I think that the emotions were high. There was definitely I guess there was some miscommunication when I had polled you and Cynthia up in the chat and kind of gave you your map. So I'll need to reassess on how I visit that. You know, preferably not schedule 3 games overlapping each other because I just can't be at everywhere at once. So I'm sorry if that was a degrading experience for your team. But I think that what we can talk about is that who is Cell's Fart Brigade? Who are you? Where did you guys come from?
Um, we originated. I met them. Personally, I met them on LMC. We basically all played in LMC in one server, and we kind of started to play with each other more. We got in like squads and everything, and then at one point, your boy from Hanoi invites us to a Discord about Cell. I guess, yeah, Cell. And from then on, we just started talking to each other, and then I mean, I guess this this fart obsession. I'm just gonna put the blame on Cell for that one. He kind of started an apocalypse in the server, but yeah, we all originated from LMC. We all met each other. We consistently played with each other there. We all got better and all that stuff. Yeah, that's basically how we originate. We came from LMC, and then we kind of made our own individual server for us instead of like connecting with LMC.
Okay, cool. And so your persona, you're obviously not an official community. Your team's persona, a little bit memey, trolly. Do you guys mean anything by it, or like, are you like trying to? Is that your strategy to get underneath people's skin, or are you just trying to go out there and have fun, and you guys are literally just like a group of friends telling fart jokes, fragging in RS2?
Are you trying to say like, are we saying like meme and we're like trolling people so like we get in their heads so it kind of demoralizes them at the start or something? Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, those were your words, not mine, but do tell more.
I mean, well, when we're just an LMC, yeah, we do that. We do that type of crap. It's kind of funny when we do it because it actually does demoralize them, um, like just random people. But in general, yeah, I'd say we sometimes do that. But for today, I mean, we just did it for fun. We
Is it
just did that for fun.
so it wasn't personal by any means? That's just kind of
No,
like
no,
you
no,
guys.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we were just messing around.
Okay. All right. And then I don't have any other questions for you guys. Is there anything else that you would like to share? I know that this was the first match. Things went a little bit rough, a little bit of confusion on the map change. Definitely some room for improvement on all parties. I do hope that the experience was relatively positive for your group. I know your group has faced the most adversity today through text chat and just the events that have came up from your matches. But putting that behind us, hopefully you guys are still excited. And do you have anything else you'd like to share?
Nope, just like to say thank you for giving us a wonderful event. That's all I gotta say. We're
Uh,
looking forward to our next game.
All right. I appreciate it. And you tell Ikmom that he's doing a fantastic job. Anthony, did you have anything? I'm sorry.
No, that's all good.
All right. Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Let's see here if there is more questions here.
So I think that the DTF game ended. If you wanted to grab them for an interview, if not, I could use some water. I know.
Yeah, I think that's let's we've been going for quite a while here, so.
Okay. Did you want me to end the stream here, Anthony?
Yeah, I don't think there's any more questions. Just yeah, thank you everybody for showing up and handling our back and forths here and crashes and all that stuff.
Hopefully we'll have them all ironed out by next week, and yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, thank you everybody. And follow up. You can follow here, and you can follow in the Discord and on Deeds is all that stuff. We are very close to 1,000 followers here, so that's a big thing. So yeah, thank you everybody, and yeah, good night.
Catch you all guys next time. We'll be here next Saturday doing the same thing, duking it out again.